Okay, let's jump in. Welcome everyone to the deep dive.
Hello.
We take your source material, we dive deep, and we pull out what you really need to know.
Yep.
And today, we're really getting into it, mastering those essential sentences for, everyday English conversation.
That's right. And we've got a really interesting stack here. Notes, scripts. Looks like it's from something called Beyond the Mic, all focused on these key daily phrases.
Right, exactly. And our mission for this dive is pretty straightforward. Cut through all the noise, find the most potent, useful sentences and tips from these sources so you can sound, more natural, more confident, like right away.
Yeah, think of it as your shortcut based purely on this material we've got. We're hunting for those aha moments, the stuff you can actually use tomorrow.
Okay, so let's dive right in then. What's the big idea behind all this? Why these specific sentences? What are the sources saying?
Well, it's pretty compelling, actually. The main thing jumping out is this claim that a pretty small set of core sentences can handle a huge chunk of daily chat.
A huge chunk. Like how much?
Well, one source, Beyond the Mic, actually puts a number on it, around 80%.
80%. Wow. That's a lot for just a few phrases. It suggests you don't need like a massive vocabulary for most things.
Exactly. And they're clear. These aren't, stuffy textbook phrases. They call them real deal expressions.
It's real deal. Okay.
Yeah, the kind people genuinely use. And they're versatile, too good for casual stuff, but also okay in slightly more formal spots.
And the payoff, according to these notes, what's the promise?
Well, they throw around some pretty big claims like feeling fluent overnight. Giving you conversation superpowers, building big confidence. It sounds like they're saying focus here, get big results.
High impact, low volume, maybe?
That seems to be the angle, having those reliable phrases ready to go, making you seem comfortable, ready to connect.
All right, let's get concrete then. Let's unpack the actual sentences. We've kind of grouped them based on how you'd use them, starting with the basics. Greetings, openers.
Yeah, makes sense. And all the sources hit on this. Simple, friendly ways to start. We see, how are you, pop up.
Classic.
And also, how's it going? What's going on? Those seem common across the board. Beyond the Mic points out they're just, friendlier than always being formal.
It's interesting how they mention what's going on. It can just be a casual, hey, not necessarily asking for news. Like a what's up?
Exactly. That's the vibe. And for meeting someone new, the sources keep it simple. What's your name? Where are you from? The absolute basics.
Can't get by without those. Okay, so we said hello. What about when things get a bit tricky, like you need help or you're lost in the conversation?
Yeah, crucial stuff. Seeking help and understanding. One source just gives it to you straight. Can you help me?
Direct, practical, very essential for, tons of situations.
And if someone's talking too fast, or you just missed it.
Good strategies here too. One suggests just being honest. I don't understand. Apparently it's better than just nodding, gets you clarity fast.
Yeah, I can see that. Avoids confusion later. And another source adds, could you repeat that, please? Polite, clear.
Oh, and wasn't there a tip about adding a smile with that one? From source one.
Yes. The pro tip, add a smile, sound extra polite. It's those little details, isn't it?
Totally. It's not just the words. What if you just don't know the answer?
Okay, so source 2 brings up, I'm not sure, presents it as like a confident but polite way out. Better than just a flat, I don't know.
Sounds less abrupt. I like that. Actually, that reminds me, that makes sense. That phrase shows up in a couple of the sources.
It does. Sources 1 and 2, and it's a really good one. Shows you're tracking, you agree, it's natural. Source 2 even says it makes you sound smart without really trying.
Okay, good tip. And agreeing with someone's experience, like, I feel the same way.
Yeah, source 1 offers, same here. Apparently much smoother, more natural than just saying me too all the time.
Same here. Got it. Simple. Okay, what about positive reactions? Someone shares good news or suggests a plan.
Right, so source 2 gives us, sounds good, just a nice, positive alternative to a plain, okay, very friendly.
Sounds good. Makes sense.
Exactly. And for really good news, source 1 has, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, but with a warning label. Don't overuse it. Save it for things that actually are awesome.
Good point. Don't want to water it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so reacting is one thing, but what about starting a topic or, managing the conversation flow?
Okay, yeah. Source 1 suggests a really simple way to bring something up. What do you think about? Straightforward, invites input.
Nice and open.
Yeah.
And what if you're the one put on the spot? need a second to think, or maybe need to gently push back on a request?
The sources cover that. Both 1 and 2 mention variations of let me think or let me think about it. Just buys you a moment, politely.
All right.
And source 1 also gives a softer way to say, you're unavailable. I'm kind of busy right now.
Ah, it kinda.
Yeah, that little word again makes it less blunt than just, I'm busy. Much friendlier.
That kind of really does seem to pop up as a way to sound more natural, doesn't it, based on these sources?
Absolutely. It's a perfect example of the kind of nuance they're highlighting. And speaking of managing delicate things, apologies. Someone says, sorry, what do you say back?
Oh yeah, good one.
Source 1 suggests, no worries. Just friendlier, more relaxed than it's okay.
No worries. I like that.
And source 2 offers, it doesn't matter, which is interesting. They note it can show you're kind of letting it go, maybe showing some emotional control. Different vibe.
Yeah, that really shows how one little phrase choice can shift the feeling, can it? Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Logistics, time, place, getting around, everyday stuff.
Totally essential.
Yeah.
Source 3 obviously includes the basic, what time is it?
Yeah.
Can't live without that one. Nope. And for when you just need to step away for a second, source 2 recommends, I'll be right back. Says it sounds smooth, very native.
I'll be right back. Okay. And if someone's waiting for you, you're heading to meet them.
Source 2 again, I'm on my way. Super useful, keeps people in the loop. And slightly more formally, maybe for work, source 1 has, I'll get back to you. Shows responsibility, you'll follow up.
Right. Like, I need to find that out, but I will tell you.
Exactly. And directions. Getting from A to B, source 3 calls, how can I get there? The ultimate for directions.
Hard to argue. Gets right to it.
It does. Oh, and one more practical one, shopping. You're just looking around a store. Source 2 gives you, I'm just looking. Polite way to handle eager staff.
Yes, the classic shop scenario. Good one. Okay, so we've covered starting, reacting, managing time and place. How about ending things? Saying goodbye politely.
Closings are key too. Source 3 keeps it simple, friendly, casual. See you later.
Standard, effective.
And source 2 offers something nice for friends. Let's catch up soon.
Sounds social. Implies you actually want to see them again. Fluent sounding, they say.
Let's catch up soon. Yeah, that feels warmer than just bye. Okay, so we have this great list of powerful sentences from the sources. But just knowing them isn't enough, right? How do you actually use them so they sound natural? Not like you're reading from a list. Exactly. And this is where the usage tips come in. Source 1 is really specific about this, using those little casual contractions natives use, like saying kinda, not kinda.
Right, we mentioned that.
Or wanna instead of want to in relaxed chat makes a big difference.
Yeah. And they also mentioned adding right at the end of sentences, like, this coffee is good, right? To check in.
Yes. That little tag question adds a really natural conversational feel, seeks agreement or confirmation.
Makes it feel more like a dialogue.
Precisely. But the big message across all the sources is, you gotta practice. Knowing isn't doing. Source 2 really hammers this home. Speak them out loud, make them part of your daily life.
And Source 1 had that cool 3-day mission idea, didn't it? Like a concrete plan.
Yeah, really practical. Day 1, use 3 phrases with friends. Day 2, try 5 in a shop or cafe. Day 3, teach your favorite phrase to someone else.
Teaching it really cements it in your own head, too.
For sure. And their bonus tip, record yourself. It sounds maybe a bit awkward, but it helps you hear how you actually sound. Get comfy with the phrases. It's all about active use.
So wrapping this all up then, based on this deep dive into all these notes and scripts, what's the core message for you listening right now?
I think it's that focusing on a smart selection of these high-use, high-impact phrases, like the ones these sources highlight, it's a really efficient path. It can genuinely boost your confidence and help you sound more natural pretty quickly. That theme comes through everywhere. Small phrases, big confidence.
It really feels like it's about having the right tools easily accessible, not necessarily having a massive overflowing toolbox. You've got a solid foundation now, drawn from this material. The next step really is putting it into action. Start today.
Definitely. And maybe here's something to chew on as you go about your day. How might actively picking just 1 or 2 of these phrases to practice each day? How might that fundamentally shift how you feel when you speak English in real life?
Yeah, think about that feeling, that shift in confidence. We really hope this deep dive gave you some valuable nuggets and some practical steps forward.
Thanks for joining us.